Story time. How my broken AC needed everything except the one part that actually fixed it. A tenant texts me and says, "Hey, the AC is working, but it sounds like this." And immediately I'm like, yeah, it is absolutely not supposed to sound like it's preparing for takeoff. It's Friday afternoon, so I called and Plumbing. I get AI Tom, who informs me the earliest appointment is Sunday. Saturday does not work for me because I'm the kind of landlord who likes to fix things right away. So I call for the low price of $169. They can come out that same night. Perfect. Go out there, diagnose it, fix what needs fixing. At 10 o'clock at night, the technician calls me with what sounds like an HVAC grocery list. Apparently, I need 2 twerk valves, a capacitor, a coil cleaning, a leak repair, and more refrigerant, specifically R410A. I was told the system had no refrigerant, and that's why the system was making that sound. So the total was $2,300. But he also cannot confidently tell me that the AC will actually work after I pay the $2,300. No worries though. He can help me get a deal on an entirely new HVAC system for only $10,000 to $12,000. Sir, what exactly am I getting for $2,300? Closure? I ask about the capacitor because I know they are not made from diamonds. He insists the part really costs that much, charging over $400 for a $25 part I can buy at Ace Hardware. Cleaning the coils will cost $800, but you can buy HVAC coil cleaner for $12.99 at Hardware. Cleaning the coils will cost $800, but you can also buy HVAC coil cleaner for $12.99 at Ace Hardware. Not sponsored. Then I ask why I'm being charged for what appeared to be 25 pounds of refrigerant when my unit only holds around 3 pounds. At this point, the math isn't mathing. The diagnoses and the vibes, it's all failing inspection. I ask, what is the temperature inside the apartment? He says, 70 degrees. It is also 70 degrees outside. So technically, the AC is cooling the home perfectly while allegedly suffering from every known HVAC problem. At that point, I said, thank you for the $2,300 estimate. I will be getting a second opinion. I speak with my tenants, who are genuinely wonderful people. The apartment is still 70 degrees. They are comfortable, and thankfully the weather is mild. So I call and Plumbing again. They now work with, and the earliest appointment is Monday. Monday comes. The technician arrives, looks at the unit, and then apparently rolls out like he just completed a drive-by diagnosis. My tenant texts me, hey, the technician left. I call the company. They argue with me and insist he is still there. I'm looking at a text from the person physically standing at the property saying he is gone, while the office is telling me he is spiritually still present. After several minutes, I finally agree to call him. Eventually, he calls and gives me a completely different diagnosis. Now, I need a fan motor and a compressor. The fan motor will supposedly cost $800 to $1,000, and the compressor cannot be purchased because the unit is 21 years old. Interesting. Because you can still find plenty of parts online, even at Ace Hardware. Not sponsored, although Ace called me. And no, we did not buy the compressor at the Ace Hardware store, but we did discover that bad compressor may occasionally be HVAC code for your coils are filthy. At this point, I have received 2 professional opinions. Company 1, replace several valves, a capacitor, refrigerant, clean the coils, pay $2,300, and maybe it will work. Company 2, replace the fan motor and an allegedly extinct compressor. Same AC, completely different diagnosis. And even if I agreed to replace the entire unit with company number 2, nobody could do it that day. I would need to schedule another appointment for a different team to provide an estimate, then schedule another day for installation. Thankfully, the weather stayed in the 70s, and my tenants were incredibly patient. I asked them to send me a photo of the serial and model number so I could order said parts. And guess what? The unit requires R22 refrigerant, not R410A. Those are not interchangeable. R410A operates at a much higher pressure. You cannot just mix them together like you're making an HVAC cocktail. Putting the wrong refrigerant in the system could damage the compressor, the coils, the valve lines, basically everything he was already offering to replace. So I was left wondering why the first technician quoted the R410A at all. And if he was not planning to mix it with the R22 already in my system, was he planning to drain the R22? And if so, what exactly was going to happen with that refrigerant afterward? Then my husband came home. He is in the military, had been underway, and is extremely mechanically inclined. He went over, inspected the unit.
No sponsorships, obviously, but we used a DeWalt cutoff saw with a 6-inch Diablo blade.
Replaced the fan motor, changed the coils, threw in a capacitor because why not, and fixed it. Doing the labor yourself will usually save money. Companies need to charge for labor, insurance, vehicles, tools, training, and overhead. I understand that. But when a relatively expensive part is marked up more than 10 times before labor, and the original diagnosis could have damaged the system if 2 different refrigerants were mixed, it starts feeling less like an HVAC repair and more like I'm financing someone's yacht. We also had a friend who works on HVAC systems bring over his gauges and check the unit, and it did not need refrigerant at all. Not at all. The whole experience got me thinking, how many homeowners and landlords call an HVAC company, their long list of technical terms, and agree to thousands of dollars in repairs because they have no way to know whether the diagnosis is accurate. Not everyone has a mechanically inclined friend or spouse or partner. I do not expect every repair to be cheap. I just want someone competent to show up on time, accurately diagnose the problem, fix the correct part, and when in doubt, get a second and even a third opinion. A proper diagnosis could be the difference between replacing one part and unnecessarily replacing an entire system. The most expensive opinion is not always the most accurate one.